본인의 생활에 지장을 주지 않는 선상에서 7에서 8시간의 수면을 취하는 것이 건강에 필수적이라고 판단됩니다. 그리고 아무리 양질이더라도 4시간에서 6시간 이하의 수면은 부족하다고 보여집니다.
What's up guys, it's Johnny Candito of Candito Training.
HQ motherfucker.
And today's video is going to be a little bit different than my usual ones, because usually I have point by point some facts I want to discuss that then lead into an opinion. However, for this one, it's going to be all really based on personal experience, and it connects to one of my beginner basics videos on supplements, where I mentioned the fact of that supplements in general are just really not worth the money. But then I did say that I take a pre-workout just for fun. Now I want to get into that more because I've changed my view on this, at least for myself. And I think it's going to be a major change in my training that's really going to improve my performance. Because what's been happening recently is my sleep schedule's just been terrible. It's been way off. And what would often happen is I would essentially, not often happen, actually every time happen, is I would go to bed later, let's say 2 hours later each night, until I have to then pull an all-nighter. So it's consistently pulling all-nighters to fix my sleep schedule, but then it would never fully fix. I would just always stay up later each day, and I realized I just took way too many energy drinks. Like I'd have, for example, coffee, Diet Coke, and even a Monster energy drink, and then a pre-workout supplement as well. So what happened is this just disrupted my training, and I found that this lack of sleep was so critical to my training that I would just not improve. So for those who have asked about what pre-workout I prefer, I did like Assault by Muscle Farm, and then I was actually really liking Tier 1 by Citadel Nutrition. So I was thinking about doing a sponsorship deal with them and talking to them, but I'm not going to do that because now, as I said, I'm just not taking any pre-workouts, and so far it's greatly improved what I'm doing, my performance, as I said, and just how I feel throughout the day, my productivity. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about too, because I know a lot of my audience is younger. And I think a lot of you guys would benefit from doing things that help your sleep be more consistent. Because it's not just about the amount of time that you're sleeping, but it's also the schedule around it. I find that I could sleep 8 to 10 hours a day, but if it's at different times each day, that it's still not going to be in that same rhythm as if you had it every single time of the day, and then every time you woke up at, say, 9 a.m., 7 a.m., well rested and well recovered. So really my goal with this is to first stop taking pre-workouts, and I'm going to gradually stop drinking Diet Coke and only drink water, and then I'll probably limit it to just 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day. And I still do want to have some coffee because I have read that there are some benefits, some studies that show there's some long-term health benefits to consistent coffee intake. So it's actually not bad for you to drink coffee, but it just needs to be in moderation. I wanted to make a video solely dedicated to this topic because I think people understand that sleep is important, but they're just told, especially younger people, as I said, they're told sleep's important, they're told a bunch of different things that they're supposed to follow that they end up finding really aren't true. Like they're told, weed kills brain cells and makes you dumb, or something I've heard with alcohol and training is that if you drink every weekend that it completely destroys 1 full week of training. And they hear this, and then they also hear their parents say you should sleep as well 8 to 10 hours a night. So all of that essentially becomes one big thing that they're supposed to do. And then they find out, oh, I can drink and it doesn't actually hurt my performance if I do in moderation. And they find out that, maybe all these things aren't as bad as people thought. So then they realize it's all a lie. However, the problem is, I think they group sleep in with that. That they think, okay, you really don't need to do everything perfectly and you can still improve. But when it comes to sleep, I've just found that that actually is one of the things that really is true. That if your sleep is bad, it's very hard to get better. So I want to make it clear that I'm not against pre-workouts. This is only specifically to me that it hurt my sleep. Therefore, it's not important, so I'm not taking it. But I want to open this video up as a challenge to you guys to keep track of your sleep, and if it is problematic how little sleep you're getting, to just try to take small steps and do it for, say, 30 days, maybe even just a couple weeks, and just see how it impacts your training. See, I know a lot of people where they text at night and they leave their phone on, so then they end up staying late at night doing that. I know some people who just drink Monster energy drinks and then that keeps them up, or it could be the pre-workouts. But just try cutting it down by a little bit and then see how that affects your sleep and then see how that affects your training. I really think that this is something that can be huge, because I know I always attribute training to programming, and I try to find out what's wrong, and then I realize it's just something this small that can make a huge difference. Alright, that's it guys. Make sure to like the video, support the channel, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching guys. Peace!